Completely insane. You can hear the crowd going wild as well. RRQ Hoshi, they only pulled the trigger when they realized the Fatal Links has been spent. But on the other side, RSGPH also knew that they were going to engage after that, so they went in right after RRQ pulled the trigger. This is insane. Like, both teams just knowing exactly when to go in and out of these fights.
Yeah, the hesitancy coming from RRQ Hoshi pretty much cost them the fight. RSGPH, they should not have been able to get away, but at the same time, props towards Aqua because he bought so much time and allowed Demon Kai to have free reign. Vin didn't exactly knew what to do, and he was trying to focus whether or not if he should be punishing Aqua or is it going to be Demon Kai, and that is him taking advantage of the chaos and striving on top. So that was a beautiful execution so far. The split push pressure is still on, and he's currently level 13, whereas Albert, we haven't seen too much coming from him yet.
Yeah, so far he's just been farming a lot, 4, 1, and 2. We can see from the items, that's why. He's not building damage here. He has the Cursed Helmet and the Guardian Helmet. So again, he's just going for a helmet build here. Very tanky.
Yeah, on the side of RSG as well, Bruno, it's Iman actually building a Wind of Nature pretty early as well, so trying to mitigate the damage, but right now, Bloody Hunt being put onto Light, he's gonna go down, and in the backline, Albert trying to die for Aqua, as well as Iman, but doesn't quite get the kills yet. He is forced to retreat at this moment. Both teams trying to set up for the Lord as their next objective.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the Franco. He just completely shut down Light, not able to do anything in that situation. Even though RQ, they've got a triple tank composition, it's all good, but here comes the catch coming in. They do catch Naz, and that is huge for RQ again with the Dawning Light. Absolutely nothing that RSGPH can do as of yet.
So lethal once again. RRQ using that one pickoff that they made towards Light, and they're just snowballing it, converting it onto objective, picking up that mid lane turret, and now looking for the Lord. But Demon Kite, he's waiting right there. He has a level lead on Albert, but it's gonna be Albert reading him out. Demon Kite now forced to use that Finch poise, trying to maneuver around to go for the steal. Light looking for the opening, goes in, and there you go. That's gonna be the 2-man, but Albert just so good on the retribution. Electro final blow! Albert, as they collapse once again, Skylar survives. It's a 2-0, and the Lord.
RRQ Hoshi fighting back. They were down on kills, but now they equalize completely across both of the teams. So far, RRQ has been doing a phenomenal job. Even though they were down a little bit, they always kept up in map control and the goal. But right now, we're going to see what happened in this instant replay by TikTok.
Take a look at this replay moment, right? As soon as Vin Light goes in for the jump, you can see that everyone from side RSG was pretty much clumped up, which allowed play for a big Dawning Light. And because of that, everyone from RSG had to back out, and they didn't even have the Esmeralda in that fight, which was a very, very unfortunate event. However, now with this lead, RRQ Hoshi, they're knocking through the doors of RGPH, and another big Dawning Light closes them out. And the turtle with the Lord, however, is going to be taken out very quickly, but RRQ is looking for more.
Great defense there by RSGPH, but the thing is you cannot keep letting these Dawning Lights hit you over and over again because it just takes you out of the team fight so easily. There's one thing now, they're trying to harass the mid turret here, but forced to back off RRQ. Demon Kaito hanging around in the backline trying to look for an opportunity, but Iman taking so much damage, having to back out, and now Light's in some trouble as Skylar goes in the backline with the blazing duet on to Demon Kai and manages to shut him down. He's an absolute monster on this right now. Look at his skill, 1, 1, and 8, but he has 8 assists. Support Skylar.
Support Skylar for sure. 2 for 1 as well, that trade was. I thought RSG was going to be the ones winning that out with the initial pickoff onto R7, but they didn't even get R7. 1, 2, and 6 currently. And bro, Finn has died like 4 times in the early game, but it feels like those deaths really didn't impact RRQ.
Yeah, I feel like he's just a roamer, right? The biggest picture from inside RRQ is pretty much Clay. Look at the amount of damage he's done so far, and you can see the desperation of adaptations coming from RGPH. They finally realized that the biggest threat in RRQ composition is pretty much that Xavier. Everyone's going full tank except for Clay and Skylar. And I feel like Skylar isn't a big threat yet until you hit that level 15, but Clay starting to hit those biggest Dawning Light and applying pressure to him is going to put him in a situation where he's not able to hit those Dawning Light. And that focus has allowed RGPH this opportunity. But the question remains, can they keep up?
Can they keep up? I agree, but here, this is what's weird, right? If you take a look at the damage charts, yes, Clay, number 1. Number 2, though, it's Albert somehow. With this full tank build, no offensive items whatsoever, he's still dealing so much just based on that base damage. So Is this a new meta? Is this a new thing for
Tank
Benedetta?
Tank Benedetta. You have Tank
man.
Lancelot and then you have Tank Benedetta. Next thing you know, you're gonna have Tank Ling as well.
Oh no, I don't want to see that, man. I want to see Ling with just full damage, but RSG Philippines here, they can still look for that late game. They have Aqua on that Lilia and Iman on the Bruno. I do actually personally prefer the Claude here when it comes to that late game, but for RSG, it's all for looking for that one fight, one push strategy now.
Yeah, and as of yet, RGPH, they can't exactly find those kind of opportunities, right? The main damage limit is pretty much Aqua because of setting up those fights. And you can see Vin constantly, time and time again, focusing on him, making sure that he's not allowed to do those kind of damage. Whereas Iman, he doesn't have the Haskell, so it's not really a big threat, considering that they've all got blade armor up on RRQ Hoshi.
The difficult thing here is RSGPH, they are very, they go all in with their skills here, except for Aqua. He has that chance to pop the black shoes and reset, but the rest of them, once you pop your ultimates, you're basically all in on the team fight. And RRQ Hoshi, they're just gonna find the opportunity to re-engage again and again with the Iron Hooks and the Dawning Lights as well. Here we go, once again, just using that skill to zone them out.
Again, RSG Philippines, they're trying to look for the opening here. Light goes in for the perfect match, finds R7, there goes. Light brings everyone back, but it's gonna be the wombo combo. It's an all-out brawl. Who's on top? It's actually RRQ right now. Finn flickers away. It's gonna be Nats there, caught with the bloody hot. Clay will be able to survive. Double kill picked up in the back line as Nats dives in. Clay outplays Nats, and it's a 3-for-3. It's equal.
This is crazy, the back and forth. You think it was RSG that had it, but RRQ, they pick up another onto Nas. Insane, and all this time, the Lord is still standing. So these two teams, they have to just go back and fully reset.
That is the biggest, fattest catch of his life. Like both of the impossible catch that turned things around. That should not be in RGPH favor at all. But somehow, because of that play, they were able to bounce off all of Iman's ultimate. And unfortunately, he was taken out. And that's the downside of him not having those Haskell because of all the blade armor stacks coming from RRQ Hoshi's composition. But still, it looks so good.
Oh man, that wombo combo was just beautiful to watch, right? I didn't know who was winning up until the very end, and it turned out it was a 3-for-3. So again, RSG Philippines, even though they were behind some goal, they don't have the map pressure currently because they only have the base turret. It's still very good for them if they look for those crazy team fights, if they look for those wombo combos. Take a look at their composition. Area of effect is the name of the game. There's so much area damage from them. RRQ is the opposite, right? They have some single target damage and also area, but if it comes down to a full 5v5 collapsing, I still favor RSG.
But I think that's what's beautiful about RRQ's draft here. They have a plan B. Even if they fail that team fight, they still can come back with that potential or even a split push. But right now, they are going to go right onto the Lord, and it's going to be RRQ. Albert taking the Lord. The advantage goes on to the King of Kings.
Smart plays coming from RRQ Hoshi, realizing that the waves were shoved in towards RSGPH and taking advantage to snipe it off. And the best part about it is the positioning coming from Clay. RSGPH, they realize he's the biggest threat. We need to figure a way to shut him down. Light was a little bit lucky in the previous fight, but aside from that, let's take a look at the items real quick as of yet. Now, as you can see, there's no Haskell build up yet, but you can see Iman starting to scale into it. And once he gets that, that is where he shines the most. And to be able to stall that, he needs about 2 to 3 more minutes before he actually get it.
I agree. The Haas Claws is going to be huge. That's going to be a power spike for him because he can sustain way better in these fights. But the thing is, look at Skylar, right? He already has full items here as the top side. It's a 1v1. Demon Kite actually forced to back up, and with that, that's the split push pressure gone for RSG Philippines. They're going to have to group up in the mid lane, and RRQ are looking to perhaps siege down a base. Albert gets it without the help of the Lord there. Lord just comes in. Albert with the final blow onto the backside, still able to just distract RSG Philippines. He's just rolling all across the board with the eye for an eye as well. RSG Philippines, very good targeting here. They don't care about Albert. They just go straight for the Lord, and a beautiful defense from the Filipino champs.
Yeah, RRQ Hoshi, they must have realized that Iman just got his Haskell, and this is actually go time for RSG as long as he doesn't get caught out. Iman needs to be very crucial in his positioning, but the hook!
What was that thing? The flicker and the hook, it just keeps on connecting in the same position. That's gonna be the Mystic Field, locking Demon Cat in place, forcing him to pop the Tempest of Blaze. Albert with the eye for an eye gets out, and they're looking for one more. Vin misses on the hook. Skylar in front of it all, but he will choose to fall back.
They know they have to be careful now. RRQ Light does still have his Fatal Link, so they have the potential to turn this around in their favor. Locked with another hook, comes on to Demon Kite. He manages to to escape with just a sliver of health there. Barely making it out, but the core is already damaged. RRQ Hoshi, they want to end this. They're trying to throw everything that they can onto RSGPH, but they're going to turn their sights up to this top inhibitor already down, so they have cracked the base completely open.
Oh, that was so close coming in from RRQ Hoshi. If they stayed a little bit longer, they might have been picked off from Iman. Iman was like so close to coming online, but smart play, playing it safe, focus on inhibitors before going for that place. But as of yet, this comes stats again. Clay 87,000 damage as compared to Aqua's only 42,000, and this is the power of the Xavier. Long range damage as compared to Lilia, who's only being able to do only so much in the front lines.
But at this point, right, RSG Philippines, they're defending really well. The thing is, how do they come back from this game? They just need to look for those neutral objective fights because that's where it favors them the most. It's when everyone's clumped up together. We're gonna have to see though, because Light, he's been actually connecting those fatal links onto Alfred, onto Vin. We haven't really been seeing him going for Skylar because of Skylar and Clay's positioning. And here we go, Light going in.
Light going in, but doesn't seem to catch anyone. Instead, he gets suppressed by the bloody hut, and he takes too much damage. Immortality pop, he's gonna flicker out, but they're gonna get the fatal links off as well. But is it going to be enough? Skylar going all the way in with the blazing duet, gets a double kill onto Iman as well. And now RSG, they are 2 men down, forced to back all the way in. Demon Kite as well, recalling RRQ Hoshi. They don't even want the Lord, they want to go for the end.
Wait, is this possible? I mean, look at it, RSG, they have a lot of high ground. Aqua gonna be dealing damage, clearing out the minions. Alfred focusing down the turret, but it's gonna be the Mystic Field connecting onto 2. That's taken low. The base is gonna be targeted. RRQ, they take the first game here in an intense series. The crowd goes wild, and this is Mobile Legends.
What a performance coming from RRQ Hoshi to turn